and random facts about Robyn. Let's go! Number 1. I was born on April 16th, 1988 in San Diego, California. I'll be turning 29 this year. So close to the big 3-0. And also, yes, I am from San Diego, and yes, I am a little heartbroken that my football team abandoned me. Screw you, Gene Spanos. Number 2. I have actually lived in 3 American states. That is California, Georgia, and Florida. Which in California, I lived in San Diego. Georgia, I lived in Augusta and Martinez, Georgia, which my dad was trying so hard to call it Martinez, Georgia, as you're supposed to call it, but good old southern Georgia like to call it Martinez. Wow. And in Florida, I live in Orlando. And currently, right now, I am living in New South Wales in Australia, which is where Sydney is. Good eye, mate. Hopefully my husband didn't hear that. Number 3. I went to the following schools. I don't remember where my preschool was in California, but I do remember going to 3 different elementary schools growing up. I went to Goshen Elementary, South Columbia Elementary, and when I made my way down to Florida, I went to Little River Elementary. I only stayed at 1 middle school and 1 high school, and that was Union Park Middle School and Colonial High School. The very same school where Delta Burke graduated from, and also Casey Anthony. Sadly, we're only remembered for Casey Anthony. And eerily enough, I was actually on the same campus as her. Like, she was a senior when I was a sophomore. It freaked me and my sister out when we looked at our yearbook and we're like, oh god, it's her. And when you go to Colonial High School's alma mater nights, every single yearbook is there except hers. Damn. Number 4. Speaking of schools, I actually attended Orlando Tech to take a course in 3D animation. I actually took those college courses in my senior year of high school. The way that worked was there was a college campus day in my junior year of high school where all these colleges would present themselves and show what kind of courses they offer and what you could do with your future. Wasn't really interested in any of them, and I was trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do with my life until, bam, there was like this gigantic video screen with all these guys playing this racing game, and I went over to check it out. The teacher pulled me over to the computer and he had me use this motion pen software called ZBrush, where I just molded a little creature like I was molding clay, and it was like the coolest thing ever. And I really wanted to give it a try, so I took this test. I passed math with flying colors and I passed reading by 3 points. It counted. And I had to clear up some courses. I didn't have to worry about math or science because I already cleared my points with those. Social studies, I still had to take half a point of economics and half a point in government. And I had to take 1 more point in English. So it was either I take those in my senior year and forget band, or I had to go to summer school. So I didn't want to quit band, so I just went to summer school, took care of government and economics, took 2 weeks courses for both of those. And in my senior year, I was able to go to Orlando Tech in the morning, came back during lunch, and was able to take English for honors and band. So that was like the coolest school year of my life. Because, come on, who can say they went to a college campus and learned 3D animation in their senior year? This girl. And I got a scholarship as one of the first students in the class. Got to earn my scholarship, and I took another 1.5 years of 3D animation, and that's where Anime America was made. The more you know. Number 5. I am a bona fide Disney nerd. My dad was a huge trivia nut, especially for Disney. And if anything, if you remember the show The Weakest Link, my dad was actually a contestant, as seen here.
Doug, what do you do for a living? I drive a monorail. Where? At a theme park in Orlando, Florida. Gee, what theme park, Doug?
Disney World.
How long have you been doing that?
6 years.
You like it?
It's great.
Were you ever a character?
Yeah,
What were you?
I was Tigger.
What a coincidence, because the team right now is playing like poo.
And he actually won. That was like the coolest day ever.
Doug, you're today's strongest link, and you go away with $7,000. Mike, you go away with nothing. I can't believe I made the show, and I did well. That was a big thing. I wanted to come here and know a lot of the questions, and I did know them. And maybe I got a little lucky at one point, but I did it. And I came and I did it.
But that's not a fact about me, that's a fact about my dad. We'll do top 10 facts about my dad later. Maybe. But when he used to work for the Disney store and for Disney World, they would hold these Disney trivia competitions, and my dad eagerly wanted to do all of them. He actually won once for the Disney Store Trivia Championships, was just shy a couple of points when it came to going to the grand finals at Disneyland, and at Disney World he made it into the top 10 every time, came this close to winning but never could get up there. And when it came to D23, they always hold like a national Disney trivia competition. Out of the thousands of competitors who tried out, my dad made it into the top 10. So that was pretty cool watching him up on stage competing in a Disney trivia competition, and he actually made it to the final round. So it's just between him and one other guy, and because he couldn't use the clicker fast enough, my dad just lost the championships. But my dad is damn when it comes to Disney trivia, and the main reason why I know a lot about Disney trivia is because I had to help him study. So I would read him questions and he would give me the answers, and if he was right, we'd move forward. If not, then I'd have to look up the answer for him. But that was a lot of fun. It was like a great father-daughter bonding moment. And I can say I'm a little bit of a Disney trivia champion, because when I went on a cruise to New Zealand, they had all of these trivia nights, and my mother-in-law was obsessed with them. She loves trivia, and she would invite me to some of them. I'm just like, I don't know. But this one time she was like, I want you to come to trivia in the music hall. And I'm like, I don't know. It's gonna be Disney songs. All right, I'll win. Let's do this! And the trivia competition was basically you had to name the song, name the movie that it's from, and for an extra 2 points, you had to name the year the movie was released. And everyone was freaking out about that, and I'm just like, I got this, I got this. So a lot of people could name the song, and they could name the movie, but they couldn't necessarily get the year. And you had to have like, at the very end, if you got everything right, you would get 60 points. I ended up with 47. So my group had the highest total. I am the Royal Caribbean Disney Song Trivia Champion. You're welcome. And that's another Disney song.
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky.
Number 6. I have a scar on my right middle finger, if you can see the letter C on there. And the way I got that scar is from my older sister. She went to school and was learning scissor safety, and I was still a little baby, so I couldn't go to school yet. So she came home, mom was at work, dad was cutting coupons for the groceries, and I picked up the scissors and I was playing with it. She just learned scissor safety, so she's like, Robyn, no! And grabs the scissors from my hands, and as she does it, nips a little bit off of my finger. And according to my dad, he was panicking more than I was. I was just like, Apparently I was a very interesting baby. But because of that fateful day, I now have the letter C on my middle finger. Number 7. My ancestry heritage, from what I've been told, is part Irish, Scottish, English, and Swedish. My dad's side of the family comprises of the Moors and the Ketchins, which is Ireland and Scotland. And my mother's side of the family was the Lees and the Forsmarks. Forsmark, we're Swedish. So basically that means I come from 4 European countries that don't tan that well. I only burn, that's why I am pasty white. I try tanning, I get like a little farmer's tan thanks to theme park work. But other than that, I just burn. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Number 8. Most of my working career consists of me working for a theme park. My very first job was a tour guide for a music festival that my school hosted, and that was a lot of fun. That's how I got my PlayStation 2 and my copy of Kingdom Hearts. Thanks, Colonial. But majority of my working life, ever since I was 17, I was working for a theme park. So when I first started at Disney World working for the fast food industry, because you can't operate rides when you're below 18. So I worked at the Columbia Harbor House and had to wear one of the most embarrassing working uniforms of my life. Just go to the Columbia Harbor House at Walt Disney World, laugh your butt off as you imagine you wearing that frilly piece of crap. It was interesting. Worked there when I was 17, and then made my way to Hollywood Studios when I was around 19, I think. I had to wait for my points to get up, and I transferred to the back lot area of Hollywood Studios, where I worked for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Playground, which doesn't exist anymore. Disney World took away my first job. It used to be like this gigantic playground where you would pretend you were the size of an ant, and there was a gigantic ant for comparison. There was a giant squirt gun, giant leaves, giant grass, giant webs, a can of film that all the parents and myself knew because we had cameras with film in it. God, I'm old. And the kids would look at it thinking they're sliding on battery acid. Oh, imagination. But I worked there until I was 23, and I made my way to Sydney. Had a few jobs here and there, and I worked a little bit at Luna Park, Sydney. Then I had to make my way back. Disney wasn't hiring, so I had to go try out for Universal. So between the age of 24, like my late 24 to 27, I worked at Universal Studios, which I worked at the Kids Zone area, which is still there. Rumor has it won't be there for too long, but that's just a rumor. There's like so many rumors about what's going down, what isn't going down, all for Nintendo Land, which I have no problem. I want that so badly. Give me a Legend of Zelda ride and I'll love you. But once I got my marriage visa approved, I made my way to Sydney, and I have been working for Luna Park Sydney ever since. So if you're in the Sydney area, come find me. But I won't give you a free ticket. You gotta buy it. Number 9. So Funimation hosted a manga drawing contest for the title School Rumble. It was a School Rumble manga drawing contest. Hopefully I'll have some screenshots for you here. I have the book back at my mother-in-law's place. I couldn't find it on my last trip, but I know it's there somewhere. But they held a contest to see who could draw a story within 5 pages. And like they had like 9 runner-ups and 1 winner. So you had like in this one comic you had like 10 mini stories. That's pretty much on 5 pages. Not like back to front pages. It's literally like 5 pages. So if you held it in your hands, it'd be like 2.5 pages. So that wasn't easy. The story I made was basically these 2 fighters going at each other, just like really duking it out over ownership of the land. But all of a sudden you hear this voice, and it's someone daydreaming this event as she's trying to draw this in her head, and the teacher's getting really upset. They get up here and pay attention. It's like, oh yes ma'am, and you see the characters that she imagined in her head on the papers, and that was the story that I made. And wouldn't you know it, I actually won. Damn. Which my friend Brianna would not live that down, because she was like, I was gonna try out for it, but I didn't think I'd win. I'm just like, I actually won. I won the contest, and she held me down and choked me. She's like, I could have beat you, and I'm like, I know you could have. Why didn't you try? It was actually a lot of fun, and I ended up winning a $1,500 gift card to Best Buy, because they were supposed to send me a computer, but I ended up getting a gift card instead. And I was pretty satisfied with my computer, so I ended up buying a hard drive and a lot of anime, a lot, and some game equipment and whatnot. So it was a lot of fun. Shopping spree. And random fact number 10. I play the trumpet.